Musical Inventions is about combining traditional instruments with non-traditional instruments, and it's inspired by the Concerto for Turntable and Orchestra.
It's been a composition project working with early secondary school students and their teachers from across York, working with 4 schools, about 120 young people in total. They've used Gabriel Prokofiev as an example from the BBC 10 Pieces and really generating their own creative responses to what they hear and what they feel as a response to that.
Within the GCSE and A-level syllabuses, people are encouraged to, as it were, go for composition. But to work with a living, breathing professional composer, somebody who's actually making their living from this, is really interesting.
What we've done is we've taken some sort of traditional ensemble, and that can be any tradition, so it can be Western classical instruments, but it could also be like a samba tradition, but putting one sort of rogue element into that.
They've all had an initial visit from Kate, our composer, and from the university students where they've started to generate ideas.
It's very much, what are you into? What do you want to use? And how can we weave this into a piece that's going to be this long and it's going to be of interest to other people? Some of them, about half of them, could play an instrument, but it was how were they going to work in a group with the clear instrumental skills that some people had and the other skills that other people had. And that whole working in a group was, I think, a real learning experience.
We've been playing the taiko drums and we've all built together a big band music thing, and it's very good.
It's very interesting for them to have to think slightly outside the box and ask the questions, what can music do? What can I make music from?
We're different, no one else here is using cups.
There are some young people who were working on the project who really ran with that and went for something really extreme.
We're doing a piece for Musical Inventions where we had to write our own piece of music, and I'm in a group where we're using water as a non-traditional element with other instruments such as my saxophone as a traditional element. We're usually confined to a certain key and things, so it's quite nice to actually get to have some freedom to do things.
When they come to a space like this, it says to them that they're worth listening to. The music sounds great, and that's fantastic for the kids, isn't it? Because they've put lots and lots of hours into this, and then their performance of it is really enhanced by the space that they're in.
So I could actually perform.
It was a brilliant experience. When we started rolling little groups, but then we all came together and used all our ideas to make a big group.
Normally I'm at home and I perform to 4 or 5 people, but now I get to perform to lots of people, 4 schools, and it's good to be listen to everyone else, and yeah.
We use normal instruments, and then we use strange instruments or not instruments at all to kind of create some music. It gives you kind of a broader range of possibilities.
There's a lot of people, but it was really scary. It was really nerve-wracking.
They've really enjoyed hearing the other groups particularly because they know the process, the starting points for all those different classes, and yet the pieces have come out so differently. Some of the pieces themselves are surprising. You know, there's some of the pieces there that I wouldn't have thought of.
Well, the reason why we're using these shoes is because we're using them for the refugees that have been walking miles and miles bare feet or even with shoes.
I hope that they will do two things really. One is that they will look around them and they will see sounds and hear sounds where maybe they haven't noticed them before. But also I would hope that when they write their next piece of music, from having gone through this process of being more experimental, they will maybe be a bit more imaginative, or a lot more imaginative, and have a slightly different approach, maybe bring in something that they wouldn't necessarily have done before.